Just letting the eyes soften back into the back of the head, especially if you've been doing a lot of looking at the computer. I think it's good to balance that with taking the eyes into the back of the head. Let's connect with your breath. Full breath in. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya chavaidhyagena yopa karotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu purushakaram Shankachakra sitarinam sahasra shirasam shvetam pranamami patanjalim harihi om. Quietly bow the intelligence of the head to the intelligence of the heart. Drop the hands to the lap and bring the head up. Okay, and coming up. Today is backbendy type actions. But I think I also want to do a little bit of work on Hanumanasana. So we'll introduce you to Hanumanasana if you haven't already done that. But to begin with, we'll just do our warming up. Standing with your feet hip width apart. Feeling the feet into the floor as if you were tracing, if you were to trace the whole edge of the foot into the floor. Can you feel the whole circumference of each foot? Lift up from the inner heels to the inner thighs. So you're really feeling that length through the inner leg. Both legs, try to be as clear on the right as you are on the left, or vice versa. Keep the outer calves in. Lengthen the tailbone down. Lift the rims of the pelvis up. Inhale, bring the arms up to help lengthen the front waist, the side waist. Arms out and down. Once again, inhale, arms up. Feel still from the inner heel to the top thighs, and then along the sides of the waist. And arms down. One more time, inhaling, arms up. And exhaling, arms down. Stand with the feet together. And explore again here. Inner heels down, inner legs lifting. But keep the inner thigh also moving back. Tailbone in. Interlock the fingers. Arms up. And down. change the finger interlock. Inhaling, arms up. Can you feel both inner heels equally, or is one more sort of speaking to you more loudly than the other? Inner legs lifting, tailbone in. Squeeze the hips together, side waist up and down. Let's take your brick now. But take it between the knees. So it's long ways between the knees. Let's see how the brick is long. And then we're going to bend the knees. And as you straighten, lift the inner kneecap up, squeeze the brick. You can just have your hands on the waist. Again, bend the knees. Inner heels down. Lift the inner kneecap like you're trying to lift the brick. Keep the tailbone lengthening down and in. Outer calves in. Once again, bend the knees. Inner heels down. Lifting the inner kneecap, inner thigh, all the way up off the inner heel. Outer calves in, outer thighs in, outer hips in. Tailbone down and in. One more time, bend the knees. And lifting, inner ankles up, inner knees up, outer calves in, inner thighs back, outer hips in, tailbone in. Take the arms up. Inhale and exhaling, bending, Utkatasana. Squeeze the brick. And then lift the brick to straighten the legs. And bring the arms down. Good. Just lying down on your back for the leg stretches. Supta Padangustasana. Right knee into your chest. Turning that inner left thigh down from the outside to the inside, down to the ground. And right leg up. You can have the arms straight, or you can bend the elbows if your neck and shoulders are a bit tight. Keep your throat soft and breathe and lengthen through the back of the calf to the heel. And then changing legs, left knee to the chest. Straighten the left leg. Anchor the right inner thigh down. Soften your tongue. And then change again, right leg bent. Left thigh down, straighten the right leg. Then you can, pressing the top of the thigh bone away from your head, bring your foot towards the head as much as you can. Just go slowly, let the tissue kind of catch up with you. Then both sides of the belt in your right hand and take your leg out to the side. Bring the leg up and change left knee into the chest. Left leg straight. And then as you get a bit more length, press the thigh bone away from your head. Bring the foot closer. And then left leg out to the side. Bring the leg up and just have a look here if you can just come and have a look, because we're going to do the fourth variation. I'm not sure if you're all familiar with that. So we'll do the first one, we'll go out to the side, and then we'll do the fourth one, which is bending the leg. Take the arm that's holding the belt round behind the head. Keep the belt as short as you can there. And then maintain this length through the inner ankle. So from the inner ankle to the inner heel. And then you can draw the shin towards you as the knee goes away from you. If you can, if it comes close enough, you can hook your elbow that way. So you draw the shin towards you, keep the left inner thigh down, throat soft. Okay, that's the fourth variation. So let's ask me a question if you need any clarification. Otherwise, lying down on your back and right knee into your chest. Straighten up the right leg. And again, just go for a little bit of extra. Bring the foot as close to the head as you can, opening up the back of the thigh. And then Supta Padangusthasana 2 out to the side. And then number 3 is going across, but we won't do that now. We'll just go to number 4, taking the right hand behind the head. Shorten your belt as much as you can, or hold your foot even if you can reach there. Keep that, don't sickle the ankle, so keep that length between the ankle bone and the heel, and let the knee soften away from your chest as you bring the shin towards your chest, sort of aiming for the shin bone to be parallel to the chest. Outer thigh drawing down to the hip. And Changing legs. Left knee into the chest. Straighten up the left leg. Pressing that top of the thigh bone away from your trunk as you bring the leg towards. And then out to the side. Outer leg drawing back to the hip. And then bending the leg, take the left arm behind the head, say holding on to the belt with the left hand. And draw the shin across the chest. Taking the knee away from the chest. Outer thigh into the hip. And release. Bend your knees. Roll over onto your right side. And come up. We'll jump to a couple of standing poses now. Standing in Tadasana. Inhale and jump to Trikonasana. Turn your left foot in and your right foot out. Again, feel the inner leg. So from the inner heel, all the way up through the inner kneecap to the inner thigh, all the way to the base of the spine. And stay on the inner legs. Inhale and exhale, reach out. And then again, explore the inner legs, both of them lifting all the way up to the base of the spine. Good. And come up. And turning, right foot in, left foot out. Inner heels down, neck of the big toe down, inner ankles lifting, inner knees lifting. Inhale and exhale, reach out. And just trace again from the feet, the whole of the inner leg. Where is it clear? Where is it not clear? Tailbone in. And up you come. Just turn with the hands on the waist, turn to the right for Parsvottanasana. Keep the outer edge of the left heel down. Lift into the chest. Inhale. Inner legs again, from the inner heel to the top of the thigh. You can take your hands down or take bricks under the hands. And draw those lines, inner feet to the inner thigh. Come up and turn the other way. So in the back foot, you hold the outer heel down as well. Then bring the attention to the inner heels, inner legs, lifting and exhaling, going forward. And going forward over the leg. And then just swing around to the front, so you'll be in Padottanasana. Concave back first. Inhale and exhale, take the head down towards the floor or onto a brick. Press the inner legs out, spread the back of the thigh. Back to concave. And then hands to the waist and up. And jump your feet back together. Okay. Hanumanasana. Take the right leg in front. So it's like what we've just done in the Parsvottanasana, but we go a bit more extreme. And slide. Keep the right buttock bone moving back away from the heel. It's still the same focus on the inner leg, from the inner foot to the inner thigh. Lift yourself up. You can use your hands on your bolster or use your bricks. And then we bring the chair in close. So you can rest the elbows on there too to help you lift up, and then turn the back leg. So this buttock is, left buttock's turning away from the right, inner left leg up to the ceiling, outer left leg down. Press the legs down and lift the sides of the waist up. Away you go. Good. A bolster might, have you got a bolster there, Di? Under the thigh, yeah, good. You can put a blanket on top too. Just build whatever height you need so that you can work to get the hips parallel. And come up and change onto the other leg. Inner left heel extending away, lift up all the way through to the inner thigh. Lengthen the right leg back, inner right leg up, outer right leg down. Left knee pointing straight up to the ceiling, right knee down into the floor. Keep your throat soft and breathe. Tongue soft. And change. If you can lower your height, then do that, but do it sort of realistically. Right leg straight. So just lower it a little bit or stick with the height that you already have if that's enough to keep you busy. Use the chair to lift up out of the hips so that you can get that turning of the left buttock away from the right. And change legs. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy. Good. Draw the buttock bone back behind your support. So your front leg buttock bone, you get it sort of clear off the heel. So the buttock bone shouldn't be sort of on the support, it should be behind it. Lie on your back, hold on to the sides of the mat, keep the back nice and broad, and then inhaling, just lift the hips and down, up and down a few times. Hold the ankles if you can, and go up again. Up and down a few times. And roll to the right side. Maybe a chair out of the way. You can put it to the wall, use it later. Lying down onto your stomach. Stretch the arms out in front. So lengthen both thighs back. You can even lift them up and sort of slap them down. Lengthen the thighs back to the toes. And turn the little toe edge of the foot down into the floor. And then Look forward with the chin. Bring the arms and the legs up. And down. Bring the arms alongside your body. Look forward with the chin. And come up. Arms and legs and chest up. And down. And repeat, inhale and exhaling up. And down. Take your hands under your thighs, bend up your knees. Chin up and press the thighs up as high as you can. Use your hands. Tailbone down. And down. And again. And down. Bhujangasana, so hands beside the chest. Inhale and coming up on the exhalation. Chin first, then vertebrae by vertebrae. And down. And again. Chin, shoulder blades, sides of the waist. And down. Once again. Chin forward, shoulders away from the ears. And down. And then bend up the knees, hold the ankles. Lengthen the front thighs to the knees. For Dhanurasana. Inhale and exhale and lift up the thighs. Lift up the chest. And down. And repeat, bend the knees, hold on to the ankles. Inhale and exhaling up. And down. And just sit back on your heels for a sec. So big toes together, knees apart. And up you come. Everybody okay? Up onto your knees now, Ustrasana. So slide the hands down the back of the legs. You can use your bolster across your heels if you need to. So you can reach to the bolster. Slide the hands down the back of the thighs and then lift the chest. Come up. Good. One more time. Hands Down the backs of the thighs, hands to the feet or the bolster. And come up. Sit on your heels. Have your bolster on the back of the chair. That's it. Have the chair towards the wall. Turn your chair to the wall, Di. You want the wall behind you so you can reach into the wall. And keep the heels holding the front leg of the chair down so it's nice and stable. When you go up again, try and find those inner legs, so from the inner heels to the tops of the thighs, and then the line between the two buttocks so the tailbone comes in. We're making the space between the hips, supporting it with the inner legs to get access into the base of the spine. So in the Hanumanasana, that back leg is like your back bend leg. Inhale and exhaling, come up. So inner thighs down, outer hips up, outer thighs up, inner thighs down. Really keep the heels firm, pressing the chair down. Tailbone in. And then come back up. Jenny, take your hands to the wall. Does your chair not work the other way if you put the bolster along? Okay. And yeah, that's good. And again, heels onto the seat of the chair. Inhale and exhaling, press the heels down. Inner thighs down, inner heels down. Top buttock to middle buttock. And walk back up the wall and sit down again. Good. Well done. One more. Inhale and exhaling, up we go. And walk the hands back up and sit down. And then just try and bring the knees together and go forward, child's pose. Arms alongside your body. And then downward facing dog pose.
And walk the hands in towards the feet, and then just bend the knees a little bit so you're sort of hanging forward over your legs. The trunk is on the legs, on the thighs. And then straighten the legs so you're in Uttanasana. And bend the legs once again. And straighten the legs once again. Walk back out to dog pose. Come forward over the hands, knees to the floor, and sit back over the heels. Lie back down on the floor with your belt. And straighten up the right leg. Take the leg out to the side. And up. And change left knee into the chest. Straighten up the left leg. Left leg out to the side. And bring the leg up. And roll to the right side. We'll go to headstand now. So those of you who do headstand, away you go. Otherwise, the cross bolsters, which is like a supported back bend. So you've got one bolster going parallel to the wall, the other bolster crossed on top of it. Yep, that's it. And then feet into the wall and head at this end. Otherwise, for the headstand, just, yep, away you go, Jenny, if you're going into your cross bolsters. Use blankets. Oh, sure, yep, good idea. You can do headstand preparation. Just watch when you take the crown of the head down to the floor, whether you're doing preparation or you're doing going all the way up. So headstand now. Watch the tongue. Can you do it with the tongue soft as you go up?
You can try Shishasana too. So taking the hands out underneath the elbows with the fingers pointing back towards your face, towards your head. Lifting the shoulders. And then coming down. And shoulder stand now, or the Setu Bandha with the bolster running perpendicular to the wall. So Setu Bandha, you can have a belt around the top of the thigh there if you want, or shoulder stand. If you can do shoulder stand, do shoulder stand. You can go straight to the variations if you like in the shoulder stand, if it helps to ease your back. And again, just feel your tongue. Notice if it's hard. See if you can soften it. And Baddha. And straightening up. And Havasana. And lying out for a minute, and then Shavasana. And then rolling over for Shavasana. You could use a bolster under your knees if you would like to. Or you can put your calf muscles on the seat of the chair if your back is feeling a little tender. Or you can use some weight on the tops of the thighs. And when you lay it out again, just really let the tongue be soft all the way to the root of the tongue, into the throat.
Just try to let the mind rest completely. So just drop the thinking. And then quietly bending the knees, roll onto your right side. And sitting up. Thank you.